What's going on, lads and lasses? Welcome back to 100% Mags. This is just a quick video to give you an update on day 3 of the transfer window, and of course we're going to this video talking about once again Keiran Trippier, who is still very much on the verge of joining Newcastle United. Now, if you didn't catch me last video, I talked about Keiran Trippier in that, of course, it was all about Keiran Trippier, and of course the fact that he was on the verge of signing for Newcastle United. It's pretty much a deal done, and it's still pretty much that way right now, as Fabrizio Romano put out a tweet 2 hours ago on Twitter saying Newcastle are confident to complete Keiran Trippier's acquisition, of course, to the club, and the final proposal around 25 million as well is the amount that Newcastle are going to pay for Keiran Trippier, plus add-ons as well, which are being discussed with Atletico Madrid, which I'm absolutely sure, we can cover that. To be honest, at the end of the day, we've got unlimited funds in the transfer windows going forward from, this point on now. So I'm definitely sure, whatever the add-ons are, we can definitely afford to pay them. Don't worry about that. But Keiran Trippier looks like he's going to be a Newcastle United player definitely by the end of this transfer window. Could possibly even be this week. I'm not putting any deadlines on that. Of course, that's just an assumption. I haven't heard anybody say anything about it being in the next week or so. That's just, my thoughts. At the end of the day, could be a Newcastle United player by the end of the week, but we'll see how it goes from here on. But it does look very, very positive at the moment with Keiran Trippier wanting to move back to the Premier League. Of course, I did say in the previous video talking about the transfer, that Keiran Trippier does have family in the north of England, and of course a move to Newcastle would be the favourable option, being that, of course, we are a North East club and he does have family in the north of England, so it would be a favourable option to come to us over somebody like Chelsea, who's also been linked with him. But of course, there is rumours going around that has been rejected. The Man United one as well, which was rumoured around as well, has been rejected, as I did say in the previous video talking about the transfer of Keiran Trippier as well. We'll move on to talk a little bit about Sven Botman, who is another player that Newcastle's looking at in the transfer window. Of course, Dutch international partner at international level with Virgil van Dijk as well, and of course Lille, who is his club, is wanting 27 million for Sven Botman. Of course, with AC Milan very much interested in him as he's their #1 target, but they're only after him on loan. We're after buying him, so of course we will have the favourable option over AC Milan, being that they are only looking to loan him and we're looking to buy him. So obviously Lille will want the money, as most clubs want the money these days with what's going on in the world. A lot of clubs are trying to make as much money as they can to balance their spreadsheet, and we can capitalise on this, and that is what we're saying. If we can get the takeover in time for the January transfer window, we'll be able to capitalise on a lot of teams trying to make money and just completely balance out their spreadsheet. But it looks like, if we keep pushing, we will get Sven Botman to the club, but there hasn't been anything from what I can see so far where we've actually made an official bid for him yet. But Keiran Trippier is definitely on the verge of joining Newcastle. It's only a matter of time, before we see him standing in front of the East Stand with a Newcastle United shirt in hand, or at the training ground at Darsley Park with a Newcastle United shirt on. It's only a matter of time before we start seeing images like that for Keiran Trippier, I would think. But there's loads and loads of players being linked to the club. It's pretty nice to see this in a transfer window, especially you know, compared to the past 14 years where we've done most of our business on the last day of the transfer window and sometimes not even done any business at all. So it is quite interesting to see, you know, we're actually going out there and signing now. Obviously with the new owners, that was something that we would see, and that was something we all wanted to see as well. So, you know, it's a positive moving forward. But, you know, I've seen a lot of people saying we're 3 days into the transfer window, I haven't signed anybody. Just calm down. It's going to take time. You know, these kinds of players like Keiran Trippier, Sven Botman, they're harder deals to get. They're big players, so it's going to take a while to sign these players. You know, we're not looking at the likes of a Jeff Hendrick here where you can just sign him because nobody's really interested in getting that kind of player. So, you know, it's going to take a lot longer than them kinds of deals. But it's looking very positive moving forward. Let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. As always, remember, like, share, subscribe to 100% Mags. And this has been a transfer update on day 3 of the transfer window. Till next time, I'll see you all later, and how are the lads.